I have worked for the hotel since 2009. The presence of ghosts or apparitions or energies or whatever we call it doesn't bother me at all. I mean, that energy is not on the same plane as we are, as there might be interactions, but I think those are just where our two realities cross. Um, it it does bother some of the employees that work here. Most of our housekeepers have a habit of leaving the TV on when they're in a room, just to have that background noise. Because if you're in the hallway on your own, you're going to hear a footstep or you're going to hear a door close and can't explain where the sound's coming from. There was a series of events that transpired here between 1932 and 1933. Philip Mullins, he was a gentleman who worked here from 1925 until 1932, when his body was found out on the corner of West Washington and Green Street. The door was standing open, and there was a gentleman standing in front of the window. Knowing that the door was open, there shouldn't have been anybody in the room, so I called down to the front desk to inquire if anyone was left, which of course they told me no. I later found out that the gentleman standing there, tall, lanky gentleman in a trench coat and a round top derby-style hat, could have possibly have been the gentleman that they found out on the sidewalk in 1932. There was never an official death certificate filled out for him, but there was transportation records that we found where his body was sent back to Georgia in January, which would have led one to believe he probably died somewhere in late November, early December. It would have taken a while for that sort of thing to happen. Things back then didn't happen as quickly as they do now. Oh, people stay here all the time just because of those haunted rooms, and they'll call and make reservations and request to have one of those particular rooms. Most people encounter Philip. He's more of the active one. We have mostly ladies, and it's always on the third floor. They'll say that they were either sitting in the hallway or walked around the corner, and you get that walk through a spider web feeling, that kind of sensory on your face or against the cheek or something to that effect. Of course, the hallway being 6 or 7 foot wide is very unlikely that you've walked through a spider web. There is a lady who lives in Summerfield. We haven't seen her in a while, but she comes and rents that particular room, and she locks herself in. She comes in on Friday and doesn't leave until Monday morning, reporting that she knows that Philip's there and can converse with him, and so she doesn't come out. It's kind of like she's having a little rendezvous with the dead guy, I guess. No, we don't tell the guests when those particular rooms are rented. Given that, well, first of all, it's just business. We have 26 rooms, and 2 of them supposedly have some sort of energy attached to them. After being here since 2009, I'm pretty sure that something is attached to this building, whether it's those particular rooms or not.